What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is the second last day of this diet, so I'm going to film over the next 2 days and try and possibly show you the changes. So if you don't know, I've been dieting for the past 18 weeks and we have dropped about 10 kg in that time, so that's almost 2 stone of body fat. The last 3 weeks I've definitely been feeling it, and I'm now looking forward to this being finished to build some muscle again. After my competition last year, I kind of went off the rails slightly, so I put on a lot of body fat a lot quicker than what I wanted, as it was the first time I ever competed and didn't really know how to rebound properly. Whereas now we have fixed that, although it has taken a year. But now we're going to go into a proper surplus because it is time to build some muscle before we compete again. So over the next 24 weeks now, on Monday coming, I will be gaining muscle, hopefully, with as little body fat as possible. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through everything that I'm doing, as well as tomorrow, to hopefully then lead up to the changes. So if you haven't already, please be sure to sit back, relax and enjoy the video. It is currently 8:30 in the morning and I'm out getting some steps in, fasted of course, and then we're going to get ourselves to the gym. But if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, because there's currently 80% of you watching this video not subscribed. Anyway, we'll get ourselves to the gym, we'll get ourselves weighed after the first class of the day, and then we'll get our cardio done to kind of set ourselves up right for the day. As you can see, the weather is absolutely grim, so the more I can get done now, the better. But as usual, we always try to aim for between 4,000 and 5,000 steps fasted in the morning. Cardio is done. I have weighed myself for this morning and we are on currently 5,100 steps, and the weight this morning was 77.95 kg. So we have hit our target goal after 18 weeks. Now, this was a very flexible approach to things and I'm very happy with the progress. There is one more day, so I'm sure we can eke out a little bit more from the body just to give us that extra bit of space. However, I'm still very happy to see that we're down lower than what we were. Last time I kind of did like a pre-cut before actually competing. I got 79.9 kg and I was like, this is amazing. But then we bulked up 16 kilos and ended up sitting at 96 kg. So that wasn't ideal. However, now with this extra 2 kg that I have, if that was the case again, then I'd be sitting obviously 2 kg less, but also at the same time, that's not going to happen again, because I'm going to take the bulk super serious, like even more strict than prep, so that I keep the body fat off me as much as possible, just because I'm someone that holds a lot of body fat. Time now to make some oats and get myself ready for the gym. I do have one more set of clients to take today, and then that is me heading to the gym. We're going to obviously hit a sauna today, and we're going to hit a posterior session, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, the one thing I will say with everything that has happened so far is that I am feeling it, and yes, it's not something that you need to probably push as hard as me, because I'm currently sitting 4 kg above my stage weight, so I am pretty lean, but the check-in photos will come tomorrow, and then we can compare them to see where we were to where we are now, because there is definitely an extra bit of leanness that I've never had before. Also, can we just appreciate the drip here? Like, look at that for my way drip. Like, look at that there, that is on point. It's going to be sad to see the end of this meal, but at the same time, I can't wait to start just eating more food again. Obviously, I've been having 75 grams of oats for the longest time, but again, it'll be nice to change things up instead of having banana, dark chocolate, and protein powder all the time. But we'll just have to wait and see what we get. So, having this today, which is the last day of it, and then tomorrow it'll be cream of rice. So again, can't wait to see what the new foods are going to be, but at the same time, I have got used to these foods over the last 18 weeks, so it'll be very nice to change things up. A few hours in the future now, I'm finally showered and out of the gym. I got a nice lovely sauna as well, which heated me up. But for some reason today, I'm kind of treating it as if it's like the final day of a diet in relation to like some of the things I'm doing, water cuts, things like that. So I got plenty of my water in earlier and I've had most of my food. So I've got one meal left to eat today. I'm going to have it with a deliciously cold white Monster. So currently at the moment, I am on 8,700 steps, so I'm going to go out now and complete the rest of my steps so that I can get my legs up tonight, just to let all the blood flow go through it, make sure that I'm nice and relaxed for my weigh-in tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I was 77.9 kg this morning, so I want to see if I can at least match that again, or if not, beat it. But again, I'm not going to be too annoyed if I'm not, because I have put the work in and this is the end of it now. So tomorrow will be the last day of everything, but I'm looking forward to having some fun, because I think we will finish the diet tomorrow with a pizza to celebrate before we get back on track on Monday. absolutely on plan once again. All right, so we have finished up with our diet then. We currently are sitting at 78.1 kg this morning. I will go through some of the photos in a minute, but I am going to run you through some of the changes firstly. So there haven't been any direct changes or massive changes. There's just been an increase in the food that I'm eating. So I'm now going to be eating 2100 calories on a training day, I think it is, or a rest day. I need to check this now for you. So it will be going forward on my training days now. I will be eating, on a training day, I'm going to be eating 2,512 calories, which is 232 grams of protein, 279 grams of carbohydrates and 52 fat. Then on my training days, I'm going to be having 2,336 calories, which is going to be 225 grams of protein, 233 carbs and 56 grams of fat. Now, I am going to celebrate tonight with having a pizza, so I will take you along with me on that. I have been having a few different bits and pieces today just to kind of celebrate. So I had some granola and yogurt, yes, I know, very boring. And I've had some extra bread, which was croissants today. So a bit of a high day today, no direct cardio, but I am going to go out and get my steps still. We are now down to 11,000, and also next week there is no direct cardio, which is fantastic. I'm not training for the next 5 days as well, so there's only 2 training days next week. So I am looking forward to a lot of things going forward. And again, it's going to be exciting. My hunger isn't high at all, so I have been enjoying myself today. But I am going to make sure that we can drop the food a little bit again next week just to make sure that we stay on track. The goal now is to make sure that we don't put on any body fat. So I will be utilising my time next week where possible to get my steps in, to make sure I'm in the best position possible going into the push-up phase. So today I'm treating it like a high day, back on plan tomorrow then, and we'll be pushing on from there. So what I will do is now I'm going to let this camera charge up because it is going to die soon, and then from there I will talk you through my starting photos to where I am now. I'll put both of them on the screen and have a wee chat through there. Right, so I'm going to show you my photos when I started this diet to where I am now. So we started this diet at 86 kg, and this photo on the screen now was my front double when we started off. And as you can see, there's a lot of body fat around the midsection. The arms look a wee bit flat, but the legs do look good. There is a little bit of separation in between the quads, but not a lot. So obviously we needed to do work there. Then looking from the side, chest, again, quite puffy and just a lot of fat on the body that was needed to be taken off. The arms did look big, but again, now actually looking at these, I'm kind of disgusted with how I looked. But again, it was a starting point for somewhere in which we could then obviously move to. And obviously, we now know next time that we don't want to get to this point again. Then looking at our most muscular, again, there is a good bit of chest there. The traps are looking quite big. Shoulders are rounded, but not obviously a lot of definition in them. And again, the legs are looking quite lean still. I always do have quite lean legs, which is obviously quite beneficial for me. And again, these are the only photos that I have, so obviously we can't really see anything from the back. But looking at these photos now, there is clearly work that should have been done or could have been done from the beginning. I did think I was kind of lean at this point, I'm not going to lie, but when I look at my abs, they're basically gone in the fluff of everything. So obviously then, if we compare these to what I'm looking like today, then obviously there's a big shift in condition, along with about 11 kg of body fat taken off the frame. So we are nearly 2 stone down, but again, this is a good starting point now. The idea probably would be to put on 7 to 10 kilos over the next 20 weeks. And from that then, I'm in a very good position to obviously get ready for next year. 20 weeks bringing us into probably December time for pre-prep then. And hopefully I'll be in a lot of a better position, obviously physically and mentally. So if we look at photos then from today, we can see a massive difference. So starting on the back is cut out. The start of the Christmas tree is starting to come in. Our shoulders are lean, our back is lean. We can see the rhomboids very protruding, along with the shoulders sitting out quite nice and high, which is what we want to see. And we can even see down the posterior chain that our hamstrings are starting to come through, and there's just more visible lines everywhere, and the biceps are starting to pop out a lot more, which is just making it look a lot more gnarly. Then if we go to our side chest, we can see that firstly our obliques are starting to come through, and so is the rib cage. Our legs are a lot leaner. There's a lot more definition coming through. There's veins in the biceps. The biceps are separated from the delts as well, and we can just see that there's overall more muscularity. The chest looks leaner, I look leaner, and the overall top line just looks a lot better from that photo that we can then see as well. Again, there is some posing work that I can do, and I am hoping to get some in soon. But in the meantime, I can't be too disheartened with that. Again, we need to get some muscle on the frame now, so I know that I'm going to have to put on some body fat again, but we're in a better position now that I will be staying as lean as possible and looking to see where we can go from there then. So after this, our front double then, very lean along the front. We can see their teardrop coming through in the legs. Our biceps are separated from our triceps. The triceps are dropping down nicely. The chest is nice and lean, along with our midsection being nice and lean, having a full six pack, which is nice to obviously see going forward, which is something we haven't had for a while. The amount of veins and vascularity that I've seen recently is also pretty cool. So I'll try and maintain this for as long as possible, but we know that this isn't the end goal. The end goal is to stand on stage again, but after that it would be to try and maintain a leanness of this level here. And if we look at our most muscular this time, hands behind the back rather than front, we can see that there's feathering starting in my right leg there. Along with that, our chest is nice and full. Our abs could possibly be squeezed a bit more, but the traps are still there, so there's obviously movement that we can then obviously put into place. But overall, I'm still very happy with things, and we're moving it in the right direction. And again, we're just in a overall better position. So hopefully now we can maintain this, keep calories nice and high, at the same time keeping our output nice and high. So the amount of body fat that we put on is minimal, which then makes everything so much easier going forward. So as you can see from this whole clip here, I've been on the walking pad getting some steps in because the weather has turned to shit again. And now the main goal going forward will be to make sure that I've got to a point where everything is good and we can keep our output nice and high. That is the calories done for the day. If I was working it out roughly, I think we are about 400 calories above my high day calories. So not too bad, all things considered, with the kind of things that I was eating today. But again, that was just a one-off. Now we're back on track. So it'll be interesting to see how my weight trends over the next week. The idea for the next 2 weeks or so is to remove the hunger that I have. There is a little bit there, I can feel it slightly now, but it's not super aggressive. So fingers crossed that with this being the case, over the next 2 weeks eating some higher calories, then things will go back to normal, and then we can move into the gaining side of things for the next 20 to 24 weeks, which would be very exciting, of course. So we're looking at a 6 months bulk coming up, and I'm very excited for that. Obviously in that time there's going to be a lot going on, making sure that we can get the gym up to a decent standard, of course, as well. So looking forward to it all. Anyway guys, I'm going to end today's video here. It is currently 10 o'clock in the evening. I am going to grab myself a Coke Zero and I'm going to get into bed and watch some TV. And then we'll need to get this video edited tomorrow to hopefully get it up for your faces very soon. So if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and until next time, goodbye.